Hi, welcome to episode 8 of Pink's Picks Recommendations from a Retired English Teacher. Over 1.5 million readers have already purchased today's title, which is A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. So, I'm going to discuss why you should read it if you haven't done so yet. And I am also going to discuss the appeal of books that are set in hotels. I'm going to start with the latter. For those of you who read Eloise as a child or read it to your child, her adventures, are augmented by the opulence of the Plaza Hotel overlooking Manhattan's Central Park. In Stephen King's The Shining, he elevates horror to all new heights in the Overlook Hotel. And by the way, the film just had its 40th anniversary and it is still considered at the top of its genre. In Jamie Ford's Panama Hotel, in the hotel at the corner of Bitter and Sweet, that setting serves more as a symbol and a supplemental setting in this piece featuring fictional characters in Seattle affected by the Japanese internment during World War II. Think Snow Falling in Cedars. If you like that, you might like this one as well. The narration is different. We have chapters juxtaposed between the male protagonists in 1942 and 1986. In that respect, it is similar to Water for Elephants. So if you liked that style or you liked that topic, I think you would love this book as well. The last hotel setting, though there are many, many more that I will mention, is John Irving's The Hotel New Hampshire, which I read years ago but still remember fondly for its very quirky characters and crazy fun plot lines. Hotel settings allow authors to create environments that the reader wants to escape to or escape from. Right now, we're going to talk about the length of this book. According to Writer's Digest, the optimum length for adult fiction, as far as being published is concerned, is 100,000 words. A Gentleman in Moscow, published in 2016, is about twice that length. It has over 250,000 ratings on Goodreads with 4.4 out of 5 stars. It spent 59 weeks, an astounding 59 weeks, on hardcover bestsellers lists. Over the span of 32 years and 462 pages, Amor Towles tells the story of the fictional Count Rostov, an aristocrat sentenced to house arrest in the elegant Hotel Metropole, which is an actual place, during the Bolshevik Revolution, with a backdrop from Tsar Nicholas to Lenin to Stalin to Khrushchev. What I love about this book, there are a number of things, as with most other readers who adore it. I love the fabulous vocabulary. In addition to Russian, we have English, French, Italian, and Latin. I love the allusions to art, literature, music, philosophy. I do love the structure. It starts as American Dirt, Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry, Little Paris Bookshop. You know how I love it when a book starts with a map so we can place where the characters are traveling to or coming from. There's an epigraph with the poem from one of the Count's friends, Misha. Uh, it's told in 5 books, and I love the chapters because the titles of the chapters all begin with the letter A, like A Gentleman from Moscow. For example, Antics, Antitheses, and Accident. Another title that I found very, very charming is Adagio Andante Allegro. So that's fun. Other things that I loved about this book, it's third person limited perspective with author intrusion. Author intrusion often adds humor, sarcasm, so the tone is fun. I love quotes. I'm going to read 5 of them to you. The first 2 quotes are about circumstances. Number 1, Imagining what might happen if one's circumstances were different was the only sure route to madness. Number two, about circumstances and what's beyond our control. Adversity presents itself in many forms, and that if a man does not master his circumstances, then he is bound to be mastered by them. There was a quote that I liked that seemed to be channeling Sylvia Plath. Perhaps a mirror will suddenly serve its truer purpose, revealing a man not who he imagines himself to be, but who he has become. Another quote on first impressions. After all, what can a first impression tell us about someone we've just met for a minute in the lobby of a hotel? Why, no more than a chord can tell us about Beethoven or a brushstroke about Botticelli. By their very nature, human beings are capricious, so complex, so delightfully contradictory, that they deserve not only our consideration, but our reconsideration and our unwavering determination to withhold our opinion until we have engaged with them in every possible setting at every possible hour. And on life, the Count says, life does not proceed by leaps and bounds, it unfolds. At any given moment, it is the manifestation of 1,000 transitions. Our faculties wax and wane, our experiences accumulate, and our opinions evolve. If not glacially, then at least gradually, such that the events of an average day are as likely to transform who we are as a pinch of pepper is to transform a stew. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. So, with that, I give this book an A plus. Next time, I'm going to be discussing three titles with the focus on one that are set during World War II with female protagonists. One is Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale. The second is Martha Hall Kelly's Lilac Girls. And the third is Janet Beard's Atomic City Girls. Until next time, be safe, take care, and do your homework.